Hello guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I wanted to focus a little bit about the differences between a DevOps engineer and an SRE engineer. Um, so a DevOps engineer, it's a concept that basically allows for the code to be shipped in a more productive way. So the idea is that we have a person that interacts with the dev team and tries to help them with the release process of the code. Um, all of that, it's basically needs to create the pipelines for the code to be released. Usually it's done using some uh, release process and release tooling like Jenkins or Azure Devops if you are using the Azure tools. Um, but the idea is that you leverage that um, for the code to be shipped, and then you create processes to optimize that. So that is mostly a work that the DevOps engineer does. It also creates as the responsibility for creating the, the infrastructure as code and all of that. It needs to interact with the dev team to understand how the branches work, how the dev team wants to organize their code. Usually, we interact with Git. It's a tool that the devs usually use to organize their code, and we leverage that type of tool on our pipelines to ship the codes. And then we use the best practices during the release cycle to on the pipelines to do it. An SRE engineer is a different, even though it builds up on the DevOps principles. It is a different role in a way that it's more responsible for the monitoring, creating alerting, making sure that the logs are in the right format, that we are capturing all the information that we need. And then we are also responsible for the alerting. So the alerting, we have two types of alerts. We have the technical alerts and we have the cost alerts, and the SRE engineer is responsible for creating all of that so that we can have a better understanding of the costs that if we are in the cloud, we need to have very clear and strict costs because the cloud is open and we don't have much control over the usages if we don't have boundaries and alerts. And also the SRE engineer is also responsible for creating the tooling and let's say the debugging tools that are needed. And also they are responsible for a lot of debugging. So if the code that is being shipped has some bug or some problem, the SRE engineer also has the responsibility of debugging and helping the dev teams with all of that. So, yeah, mostly those are the differences. I hope I was clear. Thanks for watching.